Nova weighed 42 pounds. Cole weighed 44. The vet said she was too soft to be a real guard dog. Then something came out of the tree line that made her forget she was ever soft at all. Now before you watch, remember to like and subscribe so you don't miss another moving story like this one. And write in the comments where you're watching from and what time it is there. Now, Ryan's house sat at the edge of 2 acres of pine woods. Quiet, cheap land, perfect for a kid to run around all summer. Nova came a year before Cole did. A husky mix, blue eyes, thick gray coat. Sweet, not sharp. Too friendly for a guard dog, the vet had said at her first checkup. From the very first week Cole could walk, Nova wouldn't let him near the tree line. Not the whole yard, just that last stretch of grass before the pines got dark, even at noon. The second Cole wandered close, Nova appeared out of nowhere and pressed her whole body against his legs until he turned back. "She's protective," Ryan's wife said, laughing. "It's cute." It kept happening every week, every single time Cole got near those trees. Write yes in the comments if you already have a feeling about where this is going. May, one Sunday morning. Ryan let Cole toss a ball toward the tree line. Just once, just to see how far he could throw. Nova was there before the ball even landed, snatched it out of the air 3 feet away from the tree line, and trotted it back to Cole's feet, tail down, not playful at all. "Good fetch," Ryan said. Nova didn't wag once. A few weeks later, Ryan's wife tried planting flowers along the back fence, right where the grass meet the pine. Nova wouldn't let her kneel there alone. She sat pressed against her side the entire hour, eyes on the trees, until the flower bed was done and they both walked back towards the house. "She never does this anywhere else in the yard," Ryan's wife said that night. "Just that one stretch." Nova started standing at the back door some evenings, ears up, staring into the woods for 10-15 minutes at a time. Not barking, just watching. Like she was counting something only she could see. By June, Cole was 6 years old. Old enough, Ryan figured, to ride his bike in circles near the tree line while Ryan fixed the gutter 20 feet away. Nova didn't think so. She planted herself between the bike and the trees every single time, no matter how many times Ryan called her off. One afternoon, she went further than usual. She grabbed the hem of Cole's shirt in her teeth, gentle but firm, and towed him backward away from the tree line, a full 10 feet before she let go. "Nova!" Cole laughed, thinking it was a game. Ryan didn't laugh. He stood there with the hose still running, watching his dog physically drag his son to safety from a threat that, as far as he could see, didn't exist. Late June, Ryan's brother came for the weekend. He watched Nova block Cole from the tree line 3 times in an hour, then watched her tow him back by the shirt a 4th time. "You're letting a husky decide where your kid rides his bike," he said, half laughing. "That's not protection, Ryan. That's a dog with a complex. You need to correct it before it gets worse." That evening, with his brother's words still sitting in his chest, Ryan clipped Nova's leash and walked her firmly towards the garage. "You need a break from him," he said. Nova sat in the doorway and would not go further, ears flat, eyes locked past him, toward the yard, toward the trees. Ryan stood there, torn. Then he unclipped her. He never forgot that he almost didn't. Saturday, 4:52 in the afternoon. Cole was on his bike, 20 feet from the tree line, same loop he'd ridden 100 times that summer. Ryan was up on a ladder, half paying attention. Nova wasn't at his feet like normal. She was already moving, low and fast, straight towards the trees. A sound coming out of here that Ryan had never heard before. Ryan turned in time to see it. Something big broke out of the tree line. Dark, heavy, faster than anything that size should move. A black bear, close enough that Ryan could hear the crash of its weight through the bush, angling straight towards the one small shape frozen on a bicycle 20 feet away. Cole! Ryan was already falling off the ladder, already running, but he was 30 feet away, and the bear was closer than that. And for one full second, Ryan understood, with total clarity, that he was not going to make it in time. But Nova did. She hit the space between Cole and the bear at a dead run. No hesitation. 42 pounds of dog throwing herself at something 10 times her size. The bear reared back, startled, and Nova didn't stop. She darted in, snapping, driving it sideways, away from the bike, toward the fence line and the gap in the trees where it had come from. Ryan reached Cole seconds later, hauling him off the bike, both of them stumbling backward toward the house, and looked up just in time to see the bear crash through the far tree line and vanish. Nova still barking after it, chest heaving, refusing to stop until the woods went quiet again. Cole was crying, more from the noise than anything else, unhurt, held so tight against Ryan's chest he barely could breathe. Nova came trotting back a minute later, sides still heaving, one shoulder scraped raw where the bear's claw had caught her. Ryan's brother came outside just in time to see it, stood frozen on the porch steps, hand over his mouth. The county wildlife officer called out 20 minutes later, crouched down first to Cole's level with a gentle voice. "Hey, buddy, you okay? Can you tell me what happened?" Cole didn't answer with words at first. He just pointed at Nova, scraped shoulder and all, standing guard 3 feet away. "Nova," he finally said. Just her name, like it was the only word that mattered right then. The officer smiled, then turned to run a hand along Nova's scraped shoulder while she stood perfectly still, eyes fixed on Cole the entire time. "Bears don't usually come this close to a house," he said. "Something must have spooked it out of the woods early. Lucky you had her," he nodded at Nova. "Most dogs run the other way from something that size. She didn't hesitate at all, did she?" That's when it hit Ryan, standing there in the fading light with his hands still shaking. The tree line she never let Cole near. The ball snatched from the air. The shirt in her teeth, towing his son to safety like it was nothing. His brother's voice, "That's not protection, that's a complex. You need to correct that." She hadn't had a complex. She'd been watching that tree line every single evening because some part of her, long before anyone else noticed, already knew exactly what could come out of it. Ryan got down on his knees in the grass, right there, in front of his brother, in front of the wildlife officer, and pressed both hands against the sides of Nova's face. "I almost locked you in the garage," he said, voice cracking. "I almost stopped listening to you." Nova leaned her whole weight into his chest, tail moving slow, eyes finally leaving the tree line for the first time in an hour. Cole peeled himself off Ryan's shoulder, walked the 2 steps to Nova, and wrapped both arms around her scraped-up neck. "Good girl," he whispered. The same two words he'd said to her 1,000 times over: a bike ride, a spilled snack, a nap on the porch. Except this time his voice shook when he said it. Nova closed her eyes and didn't move. She didn't have to watch the tree line tonight. Do you think Nova already knew, every single evening she stood at that fence, that something like this was coming? Write yes if you believe a dog can sense danger long before anyone else does. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thanks for listening. See you in the next one. Have a great day.